I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. Thanks, Mike. As Roll Tide Willie would put it, we're talking Alabama football today. A team that, for the first time in a long time, won under 10 games last year.
Yeah.
Not since 2007 had they won under 10 games. And there was one big change that probably made that happen.
Michael's favorite change.
The GOAT himself, Nick Saban,
jackass.
retiring, and Kalen DeBoer taking over. It did not fare super well. They did not make the 12-team playoff in an expanded playoff, like the ones before that were 4 teams,
worse,
and they made it every year. And we're going to talk what this team looks like heading into 2025, because there is a lot of changes going on in Tuscaloosa. A lot of people are saying, what the hell is going on in Tuscaloosa? But the recruiting classes are still there, and a coach maybe on the hot seat, maybe not, needs something to prove. So we're going to dive into this team, this roster, then go through the schedule, tell you what we like over or under for the win total, and what do we think this team's outcome is going to be. Mike, why don't you kick us off here with the Tide?
Yeah, man, things are, hate to say it, but probably looking up for this bum ass of a coach named Kalen DeBoer.
His favorite coach.
You've always hated him.
I mean,
Did it have anything to do with when he was at Washington?
No.
Beating Texas in the college football, preventing you guys from going to your first natty ever. In the
it's him as a person. I think he's probably a bad person. I think he probably
probably a bad person.
Brian Kelly-esque.
No, I could just see him abusing animals in his free time.
Let's pump the brakes there.
It's crazy. It's like throwing stones from a glass house. Like Sark literally showed up to press conferences, blacked out at USC, and got
Sark
fired.
is a new person, way better than what he once was.
Born again. Can't be born again also.
I mean, he's literally just throwing Lamborghinis at recruits.
DeBoer sounds
and then letting him drive it and kill people and get kicked off the team.
DeBoer sounds like
shout out
the
devil.
devil.
All right, yeah.
So,
Mike knows what he's talking about.
Shout out the
devil. Sorry, Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama. So Alabama's got a real quarterback situation with this guy. His name is Ty Simpson. Now, Ty Simpson is going to be the replacement for another guy named Jalen Can't Throw Milroe. Can't Throw Milroe was a bum, but he also was the reason why they went under 10 wins last year. So, bum, certified. This new guy, Ty Simpson, has come into 6 games. He boasts stats of 162 total passing yards, 44 rushing yards, 1 touchdown, and he threw 14 for 25 total pass attempts. So, not anything to be confident with. Not anything that but still not anything that should probably be giving anyone hope. Okay. I will say, if I'm going to be giving flowers in any department here, it's going to be the recruiting. The bum has done a great job of it. They have gotten 5 very good offensive line signings, recruitments, whatever you want to call it, including the number 1 offensive line. His name is Michael Carroll. He's sure to just boast great protection in every offensive category there. So I think things look
320 as an incoming freshman.
He kind of is. He reminds me of like if Shrek was a person. So yeah, I think they also they definitely have Jermaine Bernard and Ryan Williams coming back for the receiving core. Although I kind of question the depth outside of those 2 players. I'm not very confident in who Ty Simpson is going to be able to chuck the ball up when he's
they got
being a bum.
From Miami.
Yeah, I mean I don't trust it.
He doesn't trust it.
I don't trust it.
It's like arguably a top 3 receiving room in college football.
Yeah, I still don't really trust it.
He has questions at the wide receiver.
Yeah,
it's like the only spot I don't have a question.
Yeah, there's other teams that I feel more secure with.
Big question mark.
Another part of their game that I feel very insecure with is their run game. Very mediocre last year. Very mediocre. They're boasting 45th ranked numbers in the nation.
If you took out Milroe, it probably was way worse too.
If you took out Can't Throw Milroe,
and they lost Justice Haynes.
They're can't throw but can run.
Yeah,
can't throw, can run, but I am worried for their offense in that regard. Not worried in their offensive line regard, but in general, they have a gauntlet coming up. I hope they don't do well. DeBoer has done great in the offseason recruiting. I think he's setting himself up for either, slight success or imminent death.
All right. Well, we're going to get into the schedule so you can, tell us all the games you think they're going to win or lose.
Oh, I will.
Yeah, Mike I think teed that up well. So they, like I said to start the show,
Shake and bake, Mike.
it's moving around today.
Shake and bake.
9-4 last season, and I think this is DeBoer's last shot at Alabama. And I think he gets fired this year, but this is his last real shot. He doesn't win 10 games, he will not be the coach going into the next season.
No.
They have built such a standard there that 2 years of slipping, especially when programs that were added to the SEC are trending up, like Texas is, like Oklahoma is, like some of these other teams, South Carolina.
And all you have to be is
not
top
great.
12 to make the playoffs.
Exactly. So Alabama really doesn't want to see recruits, leave, which they did see in the transfer portal, which I'm going to talk about in a sec. But they need to get wins this year. So this is a big year for them. They lost 7 players to the draft, including 2 first-rounders and Tyler Booker, the guard for the Cowboys, and Geog Campbell for the Eagles at linebacker, captain of their defense. They only had the 62nd ranked transfer portal class, according to On3. So, but they didn't take a whole lot. They lost a total of 24 players to the portal after last year, losing under 10 games. And they lost a lot. But what they did get is one of the best linebackers in the country, who apparently, from a ratings perspective, is really good. I didn't see it at Colorado, and I think his name's Nikhai Hill-Green. Nikhai Hill-Green, yeah. Everyone's hyped on him, but he didn't look fantastic last year. Cameron Calhoun, really good corner from Utah, and then Isaiah Horton, wide receiver from Miami, were the big ones they got. But they lost some huge names, including one of the best safeties, one of the best safeties in the country, in Devontae.
One more.
No, that's it.
Bless you.
Sorry, thank you.
Including one of the best safeties in the country, in Devontae Smith. Went to Notre Dame. Justice Haynes, running back, to Michigan. Jeremiah Alexander, 5-star linebacker, to Clemson. And Caleb Odom, wide receiver, to Ole Miss. They lost some of their really big name players. I don't have the worries about Ty Simpson that Mike does. He's not the 5-star quarterback that's stepping into his first season without experience. You got to understand, he was a 3rd-ranked 5-star in the country in 2022. Same class as Cade Klubnik, and I believe Drew Allar. So he's been in the Alabama system for quite some time now. 2022 season, 23, 24, and now heading into 2025. This is his 4th year in college. Their wide receivers, I think, are elite, as elite can get. I mean, if you want to cherry pick certain teams about, we can project these guys to be good, forget about it. I mean, they have Ryan Williams, Jermaine Bernard, and Isaiah Horton.
Yeah.
Those 3 receivers are going to be just fine for a 5-star quarterback that's heading into his 4th season in college. So I'm not worried about it. New offensive coordinator Ryan Grubb was the offensive coordinator at Washington with Michael Penix.
Yeah.
Put Michael Penix to a Heisman finalist, took him to the national championship, then went to the Seahawks last year, turned the Seahawks offense around, top 5 passing offense in the NFL, and then DeBoer just convinced him to go back to Alabama to be a first-year OC at Alabama. So I actually have no worries about this passing game.
Yep.
5-star quarterback, experience, 4th year in college, stud receivers, offensive coordinator who is obsessed with passing the ball, which kind of decreases my worry at the running back spot. Jam Miller's returning. He's their only returning running back after they lost Justice Haynes. So, but I don't think they need to run a lot because this guy's like a true passing offense guy, did it in college, did it in the NFL. So not worried about that. The defense, they lost a lot, but I have a hard time with Bama projecting things because they do, like Mike said, recruit so well.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there are guys that we don't even know about that are really good. They have 2 projected first-round picks in Delonte Lawson at linebacker and arguably the best corner in the country, and Damani Jackson. So I think their defense will be fine. I think their offense will actually be good, but I'm really excited to get into the schedule for Bama and talk some of these games.
Yeah, this Bama team, dude. Last year I watched this team. They seem terrible in every aspect of the game.
Milroe was tough to watch.
But it was not. So we talk about Milroe. I think it was everything. Offensive line, rushing, defense, defensive line, cornerback. I mean, everything was just bad last year, in my opinion. And the games they did win in big spots, it was actually Milroe who was stepping up in that, the Georgia game. All Milroe.
And Ryan Williams.
But I'm saying, yeah, but the Missouri, when they called Missouri a big game, all Milroe. I just think that
LSU, you ran all over us.
all Milroe. So, the thing, when they needed it at the biggest time, Milroe came up and stepped up. And the rest of the team, I think, was not good. Ryan Williams is a star. He's a wide receiver, though. You need other people to field a wide receiver. It's not just, you can't win with just having wide receivers on your team, in my opinion. So I'm very down on this Alabama team. I think they're absolutely cooked, especially in the SEC. 0 chance to make it to the SEC championship. I think 25% chance to make it to the playoffs. and they might have a worse year this year than last year.
Wow. Ooh. Mario.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely the potential of them having a worse year this year if Ty Simpson isn't good. He's pretty much the biggest X factor when it comes down to all this. Like, how good is he? Tyler mentioned he hit the hammer on the nail with him having the experience. That's kind of why I think he's going to be okay. He talked about the transfer Isaiah Horton and then Ryan Williams, Jeremy Bernard. Deep wide receiver room. It's just, can they run the ball? Because I think, it worked in Washington with Michael Penix throwing the ball pretty much every play, but that's against Pac-12 defenses. Like,
good point.
I don't
And
know
they
if
could
that's...
run it. The Seahawks could run the ball too. When
They
the guy
could.
did it in the NFL, so it wasn't like
I don't know if that play style really transfers over to the SEC. I get why Kalen DeBoer is leaning this direction because I feel like it's what he wanted to do all along. He just didn't have the quarterback to do it.
This is also his
100%.
guy.
This
Like,
is
I don't know if you're.
they had their guy.
Do you
he
remember they
also
hired
has-
him?
Yeah.
When they hired him and DeBoer together, and then the guy in the first
Left,
day
yeah.
left for the Seahawks because he could stay in state, and then now he's came back with DeBoer. So
Yeah, but he finally has a quarterback who, and I mean,
Should be
from
able-
sounds like it, he should be able to pass the ball really well, at least better than Milroe. So
Yes.
we'll see how this offense looks, and then like you guys said with the defense, I'm never worried about this Alabama defense. I mean, it wasn't great last year, but they always find a way to recruit really well. Last year, the biggest problem for me was they couldn't get any pressure on the
was
quarterback.
terrible.
I mean, like, their corners weren't the best. That's true, but like they could not really put pressure on the
Especially in
quarterback. They got the
college.
transfer from Texas A&M, LT Overton, who is kind of a stud, so he could change that for them. But I don't know. I probably would agree with Ryan. They probably like around a 9-win team again, just in different fashion. Last year was like a little bit more of like almost like street football, like kind of figure it out. Like he had Ryan Williams and that was kind of it. And like he'd scramble. I think there will actually be a system in play. I just don't know if it's sustainable
work.
for an entire SEC schedule.
yeah, no, that's fair. Win total this year is set at 9.5, minus 105.
Yeah.
They're plus 1,000 to win the national championship. They're minus 154 to make the CFP, and they're plus 500 to win the SEC. So let's go ahead and get into the schedule. First game, week 1. Actually, you may think it's a big game, you may not. At Florida State, college football talk shows and people are really hyping this up as a big game. Ryan, what do you think about this one?
Loss.
What?
They get smacked in the face. New system. Castellanos comes out and smacks Bama in the face.
That's
Florida State switches the whole program first game. Wins this game. I think it's a weird game. Bama has nothing. They're going to have an offense they've never practiced with. A team they have nothing. A terrible run game going into another team. I don't know. This is a loss for me. I think this number gets to like 8.
Well, I thought I was going to be the only one with a hot take here. I have it as a 60-40 win, but I think that's, like, they're going to be favored.
Oh, yeah, I said
potentially.
8 points.
So I think I'm probably going to bet Florida State plus the points. I'll probably
100%.
sprinkle the money line because I think there's a lot of outcomes they lose here. They're going to be really, I don't know if you overlooked this game or not. It's week 1, but Florida State won 2 games last year. And this looks like a completely different team. I'm going 60-40 for Bama, but I think high chance they lose.
Yeah, I mean, chalk it up to maybe overlooking this game, like Tyler said. But I think the only way that Florida State could actually win this is if they have the best day they've ever had collectively as a team ever, and Alabama has the
undefeated
worst
2 years
day
ago.
ever collectively
I mean,
ever.
they were
as a
undefeated
team
last year.
ever.
Had one of the
Two
best
years ago.
2 years ago and had the best defense. And
Yeah, but I'm talking about now. I don't think it's likely. I think Alabama gets a win easy.
Mario?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I feel it as strongly as Mike, but I would say probably like 75%
All right.
win for Bama.
Next week, home against
Win.
UL Monroe's.
Win.
Win.
Home against Wisconsin.
Win.
Win.
Yeah, win.
At Georgia, week 4.
loss.
I vote as a loss.
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 I'm not
Pure
betting
loss.
against
All right,
Georgia.
unanimous, pure loss. Home against Vandy.
Win.
Win. At Missouri.
Win.
Win.
Win. Home against Tennessee.
Win.
Let you guys take this over because the next 4 games, I think they're losing 3 of them. So whichever one
That-
you guys want to choose, your choice.
I agree, but I think they're losing, or I think they're winning Tennessee.
Yeah, I have
Okay.
them winning Tennessee, too.
Sure, we can put a win then all my next 3.
Well, we're doing it individually, so you can be.
Oh,
It's not like everyone
Loss.
says win or loss. Yeah.
I actually kind of like. I'm gonna say win because it's home, but would not be surprised if Tennessee won.
Yeah, neither
At South Carolina.
loss.
I have a loss there.
Loss.
I'd put a loss.
Wow. Home against LSU.
I have a win there.
We talked about this in the
you guys
LSU
know
one.
where I
I
stand.
have 60-40 loss for Bama.
God, I mean they're gonna win. They're gonna win. LSU win.
I have
Home
a 60-40 win for Bama.
For Bama.
Yeah.
Home against Oklahoma next. I mean, that 4-game schedule.
That's what I
dude.
said. 3 to 4.
Tennessee, South Carolina, LSU, Oklahoma is.
55% win Alabama.
I'm telling you, no,
that's
Mateer's gonna come out
55.
and
I have it,
tear this.
I have it
defense
as a win.
apart.
I have it as a win.
55%
I got
I have it
Mateer.
as a win. Home against
I ride with Mateer.
Eastern Illinois,
Loss.
win.
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 and then Auburn.
Loss.
60
I have it
So
as
if
a
you're
loss.
60-40 win.
they're
I
losing the
have
Oklahoma or the Auburn game, so I'll just go win this
60-40
one.
win.
They can't win every Iron Bowl. They just can't.
Okay.
They just can't. Last one came down way too close to a wire. They're losing this one.
All right,
It's in the stars.
I averaged mine out. I'll just tell you, I have them at 8.6 wins. So heavy lean under on the 9.5. This is not a team I do like to win the SEC. This is not a team I will bet to make the college football playoffs. And this is a team I will be betting to have a new head coach next year.
Ooh, I like
This is DeBoer's last season. I think it's really tough with a quarterback who's never started a full season, even if he's experienced, and a new offensive coordinator to play this schedule specifically. If they play a lot
Just that 4 weeks.
I was gonna say yeah, but even honestly, even before that, I mean,
No, I know.
at Florida State's not easy, and then the Iron Bowl on the road to end the season. Like
Yeah.
there's a road game to start and a road game to end, which I think are very tough, and then that 4-game gauntlet in the middle. And we're not even talking about Week 4 at Georgia,
Yeah.
which we already talked. So like they've got to
Yeah.
win a lot of games that are going to be real.
I mean, that's 7 games out of the 12 that are like.
It's huge. It's a huge chunk of the schedule is really, really losable. So, yeah, I'm just not going to say they're an outlier team this year. I think it's 9.5 for a reason, and it's even money on that number. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
I like
I'm
the
taking
under.
the under, and I'm not betting anything besides DeBoer to be fired.
This is all in max play under. I mean, there's no chance they win 10 games. Literally no chance. I don't give a shit what. If Ty Simpson could be a Heisman favorite, they still won't win 10 games.
Wow.
Mike?
Yeah, I mean, I would like to bet that by January of next year, DeBoer cannot peacefully drive through Tuscaloosa.
That's probably going to happen. Mario?
I mean, I had him with 5 losses.
Consensus, baby! Consensus, send them the fireworks.
Boom, boom, boom!
We don't usually have consensus picks on the
That's
preseason
fine.
teams, but everyone, I think it's a mix of not being super high on them, but also just, like we said, the schedules.
Also, Bama.
No, I'm with it. Bama. Yeah,
Fuck
we
Bama.
don't like Bama, but
They're just bad.
I try to be objective
It's fun
on
for
these
them to be
shows.
bad.
I try to
So
be
fun.
objective on these shows. Like we dove into Texas, and I hate Texas. But yeah,
Okay.
this schedule, I don't care if it's. I literally don't care what
You
team
have
plays the
us at the
schedule. You don't
under,
win 10
didn't you?
games.
Yeah.
Huh?
Didn't you have us at the under?
Of course, your
Yeah,
team's shit. I said I was objective. I didn't say I liked it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really have anything else to add here. I just think we're all kind of in agreement now.
No, if they win the national, if they make it to the championship, I'm gonna have to go take out so many loans because I'm gonna be so wrong and so broke.
Yeah,
there's
I'll
no
be-
chance.
I'll be jumping somewhere.
Every year we all so like one thing we can kind of touch on before we end the episode is Bama is ESPN's team.
Yeah.
Right? Like
They
this
love Bama.
when we thought they liked Colorado, I mean the PR push last year to somehow
Try to get them in the
twist and
playoffs.
justify
Yeah.
a Bama team that had just got blown out by Oklahoma 2 weeks prior that had 6 wins to be in this college football playoffs with 9 wins isn't that large.
Wait, because did you know Ryan Williams was 17?
Yeah, they made sure to remind us plenty of times.
Goated.
But he's 18 now, so they can't even pull that
That's
card.
true. That's
no longer
true.
the youngest player in college
He's
football.
legal.
Yeah, shout out Mike.
What? Nope.
No, I think there's going to be a
He
push.
doesn't like the legal.
I think
Whoa.
put it this way.
Said no. All right.
I think there's a world where Bama wins 9 games, hits the under on their win total, and still makes the playoffs, though.
I would be blown away
I would
considering
hate
the
that.
SEC is so stacked.
No, I'm just saying.
That would mean like
I'm
5,
saying
6 SEC
I'm saying
teams
if
are
they
gonna
won 9 games,
So that means 5 SEC teams are probably getting in, if not 6.
what did they have last year? 5?
It was Georgia, Texas,
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Or must have one more, I'm pretty sure, but
Who else got in from the SEC last
a lot
year?
of Big Ten.
Tennessee.
Georgia got the bye. It was just Tennessee, Texas, or the 1 and the 2. Is
Tennessee, Texas, Georgia.
that it?
Yeah.
It was in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah, LSU didn't make
Yeah.
it. Bama didn't make
Yeah,
it.
Tennessee went on the
South
road.
Texas
Carolina
A&M,
didn't
South
make it.
Carolina. Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
That's a huge jump.
So yeah, I mean, you're right. And I I mean, last year there were only 3 teams. I guess, Missouri and Ole Miss had 10 wins, but there were 9 wins in the regular season.
It was a weird.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. But just like they win at Georgia, right? And if they win like one more game, like
if they win at Georgia, I'm just wrong. Like, there's nothing.
But they could win at Georgia and still have 9 wins. Is my point. It's like they have.
If they win at Georgia and beat Georgia loses the first game in their last 4 or 5 years, whatever it was.
Since 2020.
I'm just wrong.
Yeah.
Bama's God. They're the best team in the nation.
Fair enough.
I'm wrong.
Fair enough. Well, let us know what you think in the comments. How good is this Bama team? It's 9.5 way too many games, as all of us think. And is there any world where DeBoer keeps his job? Let us know what you think. Let us know any teams you want us to cover, and we'll see you on the next one.
I don't give a piss.